Hey everybody, welcome to the tower. I hope you're having a good day and a good time and everything in your life is going great. But if it isn't, you've come to the right place because tower moments are all I do here. So, how do we do it? Well, I draw two cards from the Major Arcana deck just like this to find out your overall tower moment reading. Then, I look at the bottom of the deck for two more cards and we will clarify. We will do 3, 2, and 3 and one more card in the bottom. So, with all that out of the way, thanks for stopping by. All of these messages are timeless, so whenever you're watching this, it's when the universe wanted you to see it. Could be tomorrow, today, next week, I don't know. But I'm glad you're here whenever you decide to show up, and the universe brought you here. So, that's fine. And there are no star signs. Everybody gets to play. So, all right, let's go. Let's get started. The reason you're all here definitely isn't me. All right. The hanged man on this side of the tower is basically the energy of someone telling you that you're not seeing the big picture. The universe is saying you're hyper focused on something. You're not taking a step back. You're not looking at the whole picture. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's doing this. I don't know why this is happening, but we'll clarify in a minute. So basically, this is just saying you're too hyper focused on something. You got tunnel vision. Not sure why. That leads to your tower moment, though, because you don't see the disaster behind you and around you, and it's like taking a turn and not looking what's in front of you, or jumping into a pool without looking. It's basically that. That's your tower moment. The tower moment leads to justice. So I think after this tower moment, things are going to get balanced out for you. You're going to start learning how to live again and not be so hyper focused on whatever this was. So when that happens, you're going to have a happier, better life. All right, let's clarify a little bit. Four of Cups. Yep. You're definitely ignoring many opportunities because you think this is a goal that you can reach. And it's causing drama in your life. Mm-hmm. Yep. That makes total sense. You are absolutely 100% focused on a goal that probably can't be reached. Can't be done. And not at least with your abilities and your resources and what you have available to you right now. You're probably way overextending your reach. You're trying too hard to reach something that it's just not for you right now. And the universe is probably trying to tell you, hey, with the Five of Wands here, everybody around you is probably being nice about it or maybe not so nice. And they're trying to tell you that maybe you should draw back a little bit. Maybe you should take care of your foundation before you reach for the stars, right? Follow your dreams, but have a normal job too, kind of deal. Yeah, because this Ace of Pentacles down here feels like this is the energy that says you want something that you just aren't able to do right now. The universe is saying no. But you're trying for it anyway, and yeah, it's the tower ruins this kind of passion for it because when you realize this is coming, when you actualize that you can't reach this goal, it's gonna hit like a ton of trucks, like a ton of bricks. A ton of trucks would be worse, probably, because it would obliterate you. But that's not the point. The point is when you realize that this goal is not reachable, either it never was, or it's a scam, or you're just not ready for it right now, because that happens to us sometimes. We're just not ready for what we want yet. It's like writing a book with a huge idea, right? But you've never written a book before, but you think you can do it the first time through. You get to page 5, and then you're like, what do I do now? You've never practiced. You've never written like easier stories. You've never even accomplished this once, and you're trying to take on an epic world-building Lord of the Rings project, and you've never even done it once. And most people can't do that. Some can, but this probably isn't you. So you got to practice before you preach. So it's going to hit like a ton of bricks when you feel like you can't do it anymore. And the Queen of Wands here, you're gonna realize that everybody was kind of right, and you're just not ready for this yet. But that doesn't mean you should give up. All right. See, that's the point here. That doesn't mean you should give up. All right, that's why the Justice card is on the bottom of this deck here over here. Yeah, you got to invest in yourself. If you want something, you got to practice at it. You've got to learn all the ins and outs of something. You can't just jump into the deep end of the pool and hope there's water in it. You got to learn how to look and see and do all the things with the Two of Swords here, because there are other paths to get to what you want. There are other ways to get there, and you've got to be less bullheaded, less stubborn, right? And yeah, the Seven of Wands, basically that's the energy that says you need to learn how to say no to things. I mean, they might sound good. They might feel like, wow, I want to put all my energy into this, but I can't do that because I can't run a marathon if I can't make it around the block without getting tired. You gotta start small, baby steps, little steps, and work your way up to the big leagues. So you're just trying to jump into the big leagues with no practice, you got no reason to be there, because you want to be there, but you're not sure what you're doing. Not really. In your head, you know what you're doing. All right, in your brain, you have it all planned out. You know exactly how it's been done. You've watched a YouTube video. You know what needs to be done. You've been the armchair critic. You know all this stuff, but you've never actually done the work. So now you're trying to jump into a whole new world, and you got to look at it from a whole new perspective. And the Hangman isn't letting you, on this side of the tower, isn't letting you do that. So what you got to do instead is, when this hits you and it says this is a lot harder than it looks, and you need to back off, don't quit. Just take that as a lesson and invest in yourself. Take care of yourself. Find different ways to do it. Do all the research. Start practicing. You're going to fail. You're going to fail. You're going to fail again. You're going to fail a million times until you stop failing, until you get it right. And then you're going to learn your boundaries, and you're going to be able to limit yourself. At the bottom of this deck over here is it's the Empress and the Universe card, the Wheel of Fortune and the Empress. So basically, this is the universe telling you that, yes, you need new ideas. You need to cultivate your inner garden, so to speak. And while this one dream you have is good, I'm not saying it's a bad dream. I'm not saying this is something you can never, ever do. I'm just saying you're not ready for it right now. That's the main goal. But you gotta take all the steps. You're trying to skip. You're trying to skip ahead. You're just saying, I'm good at this already. I'm gonna fly the airplane when I've never even been on a plane. This that kind of energy. And the universe is just saying, slow down. Get some new ideas, get some new approaches, and take it slow. All right? You got to crawl before you can walk, and walk before you can run, and run before you can fly, kind of deal. So you got to take all the steps. There are no shortcuts. If you want to get good, you've got to practice. All right. And exactly, here's the Five of Swords at the bottom of this deck here. This is how you're going to feel. You're just going to feel so disappointed right away when it doesn't work out the first time. If that's I hope this energy doesn't resonate with too many people, but there's a lot of people out there that does. They just think they can do anything they want, first time, and it's not just going to go perfect, and it doesn't. And then they just feel defeated and lost, and they just get, what's the point? Why do I even bother? So don't feel like that, all right? This is the energy that you probably should need to avoid. Just remember, you got to start at level 1 like everybody else, and maybe when you get to level 2 or level 3, you go, maybe this isn't as fun as I thought. Then you can move on, because that's what justice and balance is all about. It's like, got to do the work. You gotta put the effort in. You can't just fly the plane. You got to go to flight school. You can't just be a doctor. You have to go to med school and all that. So you're just trying to skip to the end, and that's gonna hurt you. So don't do that. But that's your energy right now, and everybody around you is saying, don't do that. And you're just like, I can do what I want. A little bit of an arrogance about you, I see. A little bit, tiny bit egotistical kind of energy. But I don't think this is going to resonate with too many people. But this is what the energy is for today. So, yeah. Anyway, remember, no shortcuts. If you want to be good, you got to get good. And to get good, you need practice. That's basically the reading, and To get good, you got to try all the things. Empress and the World card up here. All right, I've rambled enough. I've talked enough, and even a little bit of experience on me. You know, I had to do it this way when I started tarot reading again after so long. I knew all the cards, but I just started with the main three, and eventually I had to work my way back up so I could remember what all the cards were and get better at it and get more confidence online. So I just didn't start out like this. You can see that if you go back to my way first earlier videos. It's way different than it is now, but you get better at it. You keep improving. So, yeah. Start at the beginning. All right. I'm going to pick up the thing now so you can see the cards. Here we go. If you're still watching after all that and you didn't feel completely insulted and like, oh, well, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about, I can do anything I want, and you're still here, thank you for watching. I appreciate you for clicking on the video. I appreciate you sticking to the end. You're double awesome if you do. Please think about hitting the old subscribe button, the like button, whatever the YouTubers' trendy thing to do is, because it's totally free to do both. And, you know, the subscribe button helps you and me. Plus, you can keep up with me because I do try to upload every day. All right. I'm going to talk to you guys tomorrow, okay? Thanks for stopping by. And, yeah, have a good one. Bye.